always go silent. When someone leaves you for another man or a woman, think about what I just said. This is story time. This can happen to either gender. It could happen to the man or the woman. But what I'm about to do is to talk to you from a man's point of view, and this is a typical true story situation. The relationship appeared to be going very well, and the man's woman and him, they had a very nice growing relationship. They spent quality time together, and they did things that normal couple will do to sustain what appeared to be a good relationship. They had minor storms that all couples will have, and they got through those storms. They worked them out, and from time to time, he would ask this young lady, "Is there anything that she see that needs improving on the relationship, or how they could work together to have this relationship to grow and to flourish?" And she always said, "Everything is going well. Hunky dory, right? Whoop de doo." Then gradually and under the radar, he began to notice a pattern and behavior change. This particular woman would lay her cell phone down, face down, when she used to have it face up. And if the phone rung, she would tilt the phone to the opposite side of where he was at. Like if he was on this side, she would tilt it this way. If he was on this side, she would tilt it that way. And she would go into another room, whereas to talk on the phone, like the bathroom, whereas she used to answer the phone and talk in front of the man. She began to change her entire wardrobe, start wearing more revealing clothes, start posting different type of thirst traps on social media. That's what she started doing. And he seemed to change. And I mean, she kept doing all kinds of questionable things, which put a thought in his head. And she started going out on quote unquote girls' trips, whereas she didn't used to go on girl trip, and she told him that's her new hobby, right? She started working late. Then it became later and later. And when he tried to contact her by calling her on her cell phone, the phone would go directly to her voicemail. And when he texted her, it went to the read status, which let him knew that she had looked over the text, but she did not respond. And when he asked her about the missed phone calls and the unanswered texts, you all know what she said, right? Right, you know what she said. The battery had died. She started spending more time with her family members and friends, and she had got new friends that he didn't know about. But she was doing all this spending away time minus him. And she didn't want him in her presence. And he would feel like he was walking on a thin piece of ice. She would start unnecessary arguments, then bolt out the house, right? Like she was fuming mad. Then she would come back and she didn't say anything to him. So eventually she built up the nerves to tell him that she felt empty on the inside, which we know was a bald-faced lie. And she didn't know what was going on inside of her. She was in the search mode because she didn't feel like she was a wife anymore. And that he was a good man, and she don't want to hold him back. We know where it's going now, don't we? Then one day, out of the blue, what appeared to be out of the blue, she said she needed some space for herself. Long story short, she left him for another man. Then after a while, she wanted to come back to the man that she had just left. Well, not just left, she was away from him for a period of time. Now she wanted to come back. What would you do in a situation? What would you do? As it is written in the book of Proverbs chapter 18:9, we can make our plans, but the Lord determine our step. You see, the wisest thing to do in a situation like this is to forgive, move on with your life, and be silenced. There's no coming back. Checkmate. Remember this, believe this, say la vie, and amen.